Thank you, Ms. Abigail Gabine, for a very kind introduction. To our dear principal, Dr. Wilhelmina Di Tarnate, to my colleagues, to my co-presenters, and to you, my dear students, a pleasant afternoon. I was tasked to discuss the APA citation as part of our webinar for our research. And to begin with, let us define first what APA means. APA stands for American Psychological Association. It is the style of documentation of the sources. This form of writing research is mainly used in social sciences, psychology, anthropology, sociology, education, and others. Ano ang ibig sabihin ng documentation? Documentation means pagdodokumentaryo o ang tamang paraan ng pagtatala, paglilista, pagbanggit at pag-iisa-isa ng mga author ng libro, journal, sites at iba pang resources na ginamit ng isang researcher sa kanyang pananaliksik. Isa sa mga paraan ng pagdodokumentaryo ay ang in-text citation. Ano ang in-text citation? Ang in-text citation is the brief form of the reference that you include in the body of your work. It gives enough information to uniquely identify the source in your reference list. The brief form usually consists of family name of the authors and the year of publication. Example below is Tayamora, 2020, P, period, 120, close and open parenthesis. This is how you are going to formulate or to write your in-text citation. It bears only the author's name, the date when the reference was published, and the page where it can be found. Now, there are two types of in-text citation. One is parenthetical, wherein both the author and the date, separated by a comma, appear in parentheses. Example, falsely balanced news coverage can distort the public's perception on an issue. Color, 2016, close and open parentheses, period. Next is the narrative in-text citation. Narrative citation is in which the author's name appears in the sentence itself rather than within parentheses. The author or the author's name are part of the meaning of the sentence. Example, Color, 2016, close and open parenthesis, noted the danger of falsely balanced news coverage. Kung inyong mapapansin, only the year of publication is inside the parenthesis and the author's surname is not. Rarely that both the author's name and the date of publication are become part of the sentence. Example, in 2016, Kohler noted the danger of falsely balanced news coverage. Tandaan natin na parehong tama ang mga nabanggit na paraan kung ang gagamitin natin ang narrative in-text citation. Pero ang gusto ko lang ipunto dito is that when you use the narrative citation, pointing out or using the year of publication and the author's name as part of the sentence, that is rarely used. Hindi siya laging ginagamit, but it doesn't mean it is wrong. It is still correct. Look at the example given on the table. If you're citing a one author under parenthetical, you have to enclose the author's name and the date of publication using parentheses. But if it is narrative, only the year is inside the parentheses. Kapag dalawa naman ang author at gagamit ka ng parenthetical, ang dalawang apelyido ay pagsasamahin gamit ng ampersand, then comma, tapos taon kung kailan ito nalimbag. Subalit kapag narrative naman, tanging ang taon lamang ang nasa loob ng parenthesis. Kapag naman tatlo o higit pa ang authors at parenthetical ang gagamitin mo, only the author's surname will be written and the word et al. Follows it. Then, comma, then year, and in narrative, only year is inside the parenthesis. Let us take note how we will cite a group of authors in parenthetical citation. The abbreviated word should be written in full, followed by its abbreviation in brackets, then comma, and the year it was published. In narrative style, only the abbreviated form and the year are inside the parenthesis. Sa unang pagsasite ng group authors, isusulat ito ng buo kasama ng abbreviated form at taon. Subalit sa pangalawang pagkakataon mo itong isasite, only the abbreviated form is used. Ngayon, ang tanong, saan natin pwedeng ilagay o isulat ang in-text? A reference or citation can be positioned at the beginning, middle, or end of a sentence. Example of a mid-sentence in-text direct quote is, interpreting these results, Robbins 2003 suggested that the therapist in dropout cases may have inadvertently validated parental negativity about the adolescent. Page 541, contributing to an overall climate of negativity. Notice that after the surname of Robbins follows the year of publication, which is 2003, enclosed with parentheses. And then, in the middle of the statement comes the page number. So, this is an example of the beginning, middle, or end of a sentence in-text citation. So, you can place it anywhere inside the statement or inside of the statement. Now, there are guidelines to follow when writing an in-text citation. Una, class, let's siguraduhin tama ang spelling ng pangalan ng author at ng taon kung kailan ito nalimbag. Tiyakin din na magkapareho ang tala sa in-text at sa reference list o bibliography. Number 2, isite lamang ang mga akdang nabasa mo at naintindihan mo at ginamit mo sa iyong research. Number 3, gamitin ang in-text citation upang maitala ang mga factual ideas at mga ideas na hindi common sa lahat. You do not need to cite a statement which is known to everyone. Halimbawa, ang araw ay lumulubog sa kanluran. Kasi alam naman natin na lahat tayo ay alam ito. Only those which are trivial and unknown to everyone should be cited and included. Number 4, use primary sources and cite second sources sparingly. So in this case, class, please avoid using secondary sources. Ano ba yung mga secondary sources? Yung mga re-authored book na. So as much as possible, please access or use only the primary sources or the original authors. Then, numbers 5, if possible, include the page and its specific content. Number 6, do not use sources which cannot be recoverable. Ayan. Nagsasite ka pero hindi mo naman talaga nabasa and you do not know how are you going to access it. If that is the case, do not include it into your reference list or in your in-text citation. Wag mo nang gagawin yon kasi hindi mo na yon mapapatunayan that that statement or that idea is existing. Number 7, do not include page number if you are referring to work as a whole, for example, book or journal or article. Kung ang sinasite mo naman ay buong book, you don't need to include the page. But if you're stating a specific statement, that's the time that you may use the page or you may include the page. Then, kapag naman ang sources mo ay walang number, just write the timestamp o kaya chapter heading or paragraph number. So, may mga pagkataon na wala siyang page pero you look for the timestamp kung kailan nyo nasulat. May mga ganun kasi I was able to encounter that way of citation na timestamp lang yung ginamit ng researcher o kaya heading or paragraph number. Then, we will end this topic in that manner. If there are questions in your mind that you would like to answer, feel free to ask us. If there is no more question, let us move on to our next topic, which is the reference list or bibliography.